Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? A load of mums, dads and the kids out enjoying themselves on the railway on a Sunday afternoon. Welcome Federation members to the Glenbrook Vintners Railway. Isn't it good that our hobby allows us to give so much enjoyment to other people when they visit us at our railways, our tramways and our museums? The spotlight has recently come on handrails and gangways following the tragic South Island accident on the NZR, with which we are all familiar. The responsibility for safety of our staff and visitors alike is enormous and is a matter for constant attention when operating moving equipment in particular. Whether using traditional passenger cars or other rail-based vehicles, the overriding concern must be of safety. We've concluded that we can improve on the safety of the gangway area by dealing with these gaps here. They're not a problem for adults, but can possibly be a problem for small children. We have decided to stay with the standard handrail. It was not involved in the South Island accident, and we think that it is well designed, practical, and very suited for the job to which we put it. The NZR have decided to fit these D brackets and chains to their cars in place of the standard handrails, and also to fit concertinas. Along with others, we've decided that a gangway curtain would probably solve the problem, and so we've had this test set made and fitted. The curtain is made of ripstop, a heavy-duty tarpaulin material used for truck and wagon curtain sides. We do not think that a lighter material will be suitable for the job. For the fashion conscious, it is available in brown, white, red, green and blue. Once the base end is inserted in the ring on the car stanchions, then it cannot be lifted out or pushed out sideways. Once the telescoping end of the handrail is placed in the ring on the stanchion at the other end of the gangway, the shape of the hook and the locking ring prevent it from being lifted out or taken out by going sideways. To disconnect it, it now requires the locking ring to be lifted up and the hook lifted forwards and upwards for the handrail to be disconnected, and this is a deliberate movement. As part of your normal maintenance, make sure that your mounting rings are not worn or enlarged, which would allow the hook to come out, and make sure that your handrail telescoping sections are all in good order. The curtain is roughly square in shape and has an envelope sewn into the top and 4 eyelets sewn into the bottom. It finishes just short of the gangway and is secured to the gangway by stretch cord. The top of the curtain slips over the top handrail and is fitted from the base end. The handrail is still able to concertina as usual inside the envelope. The bungee cord is secured to 4 pigtails, which are hooks welded to the outside of the gangway. The pigtail hooks ensure that the bungee cannot accidentally be undone by pushing down on or lifting. The bungee cord holds the curtain tight, but it should not be too tight as it could tend to hold the gangway up. The idea of the bungee is to allow the gangway to move up and down when it is needed to do so. You'll notice that the curtain goes inside the bottom handrail and down to the gangway. From the passenger side, we now have a smooth gangway which no one can fall off or through, and it's no longer a point of interest for the kids who would otherwise sometimes want to stand here and look through the handrails. From the point of view of aesthetics, we think that the gangway curtains make very little impact, but from the point of view of safety, they make a tremendous improvement. Yeah. Shunting is quite simple. First of all, you release the bungees from the pigtail clips, and then the top handrail can be swung around with the curtain attached. The gangway can now be lifted up into place, and the bottom handrail comes across to lock as normal. The curtain is never used in an end of train situation, and in an end of train situation a gangway should always be placed here to fill these gaps. I've done that before today too. Taking that handrail out. Alright? Beep, 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 beep. Well, that is our solution, and we thought we'd like to share it with you. If you feel that it meets your needs, then you're most welcome to use this system. We'll be quite happy to give you the details of how the equipment is fitted to the carriages. Please feel free to ask us. Cheerio from us all here at Glenbrook. The GVR put our heads together on this one and thought you might like to share our conclusions. Our conclusions and our findings, of course, were reached in the usual democratic manner.